Yep, sure thing. Just a moment. Let's see. Do you have my video coming through?
Not yet.
Interesting. There we go.
Yes, I can see you. Hello, Zane.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. This is Costas Torregas, the CEO of the IIE or I, and I have with me Jay, who's head of my revenue department. You're doing a very important job, Zane, and but I have to tell you, I'm kind of worried in these unsettling times. There are lots of attacks that could hurt our company, and I know that you want to help as much as you can.
Yes,
So
sir.
very quickly, I need you to tell me, where are we today? What are your stresses right now? And then I want to get you back on the floor and working with your friends. Let's go.
Well, sir, we've been having a pretty decent amount of success in shoring up our security posture. We've been finding a lot in the way of backdoors and in the way of accesses dropped in before we had access to this network. However, we've cleaned up a lot of that, and that process is still ongoing. At the moment, all of our services are online with the exception of the e-commerce site, which I will warrant you is quite critical. That is our current focus, is getting that back up and running. We've got a team of 3
Zane,
working that
just
right
a
now.
minute. Just a minute. First of all, you told me about backdoors. What is it? I don't want to know a backdoor. I don't want to know the tech stuff. That's why I pay you the big bucks. But you're telling me the e-commerce site is down?
Yes, sir.
Jay, I mean, hold me tight. What's going on here? What's the impact going to be?
I mean, well, the impact is going to be we have no business coming in, no revenue coming in, which means we can't pay our employees. So needless to say, it's pretty critical that we get that site up as quickly as we possibly can.
Zane,
Yes, sir.
when is the site going to be up? What time?
We hope within the next hour, sir.
Within the next hour. All right, let me write this down because it's kind of important to give me time targets, but also they need to be verified. So 1 hour from now, we're going to be up in commerce. Okay. How about my emails? How about my customer databases? Are we doing all right in preserving those?
So far, we have had little interruption in email service and customer databases. We're still working on figuring out what our posture is there. By which I mean we need to make sure that those databases have not run out of our network.
Obviously, that's going to be the first question our clients ask as well. With respect to e-commerce, are our customers getting a message noting that we are currently down and working on the issues? We'll be back up shortly, or something like that we communicate to our customers?
No, sir, they're not yet. I can make sure that my team gets that message up as soon as they can.
Yeah, in terms of our website, it's going to be critical to communicate to our customers and also, the future customers. Every day that goes by, we're missing opportunities here. And I've been talking to our marketing people, and they're pointing the fingers at you that sometimes the services are not up, and as a consequence, we're not getting the growth in customers that we need. Are you telling me that you have confidence that the systems will be restored soon enough?
Well, sir, I have confidence that the systems will be restored. The upshot is, though, I don't have confidence in how long. As I mentioned, we're still working with some adversaries that may still be inside the network. And while I can say that e-commerce and getting that back online is our #1 priority, at this point, we have indications that there may be persistent actors existing in our network. And we're working on removing them.
I don't know, Jay. I guess e-commerce can be our first priority. Is that right?
I would think, yeah, getting e-commerce up, absolutely. I think protecting our customer data is right behind it. And if you talk about, bad actors inside our system, how are we going to root them out? and get them the heck out.
Well, sir, we've got a team of 8 working very hard to make to do just that. We've got a team of 3 guys right now working their tails off to get that e-commerce site back up, and all the other 5 are working on incident reporting and trying to root out those bad actors. I'll shoot you straight though; they're pretty deeply embedded, so it's going to take a lot of effort to get them out.
All right. You know, I'm trying to imagine here resource allocation. You said 8 people. Is that going to be enough?
Well, sir, we'd like to have more, but I'm afraid that with the restrictions we have in place, that's all we can spare at this trying time. I know, I'm sure you're aware of the global situation right now. We can only get 8 people on this at the moment, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well, again, being virtual, and I can see that you're coming into my office virtually. Of course, I had to come into the office and represent the company physically, but I see you're virtual, and I want you to think creatively about kind of leveraging the 8 slots that you have. How can you be smarter? I'm sure that some of these bad actors that you say are in our systems are not doing it by themselves. They probably have all sorts of executables that they just push a button and bam, they're into 15 places at the same time. Can you think a little bit about artificial intelligence, which is our bread and butter, and how it might be used? Let me hear you talk a little bit about that.
Well, sir, we've actually got our Palo Alto network firewall, and as part of the analysis that it can do on the let's say flow of traffic into our networks, it can actually leverage some artificial intelligence solutions within their cloud. As far as our artificial intelligence solutions, we might look into implementing them in the future, but at this point, I'm going to say that now is not the time to go for research and development into applying stuff on our network. This is sort of a critical time to make sure that stuff stays online, not so much a critical time to try new things. We need to stick with the stuff that we know.
Well, I appreciate your straight talk, Zane, and I'm going to have to run to a stockholders meeting where I have to give a report because already reporters are picking up this story. So I want to try to contain it as much as possible. I want you to give me a direct report, understand no one else but me, and I want you to do it tomorrow.
Will do.
In about 24 hours from now, I want to report, and I want you to focus. I know you're busy, so don't give me, I can't write memo stuff. I want you to focus on 3 things. Number 1, I want you to review our current systems. Remind me where we are, what systems we have. I want you to give me the current situation as of Saturday morning. And then finally, I want you to give me some kind of a projection as to persistence, as to ultimate winning this job. And let me know of any resources I can add to the mix. I've got lots of backdoors myself, and I can perhaps help you some more.
That'd be much appreciated, sir.
Absolutely. Jay, any comment from my revenue side?
No, other than we need that site back up, but don't do it in such a way that it puts us at additional risk. It's got to be done in a secure way.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks. Go back to work and do good for me.
All right. Take care, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank the team as well.
Will do.
Oh, good. He heard it.